mouth.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
Talk to you, fuck.
Brian, don't.
Stop. Why are you doing this to a fellow cop?
Why are you doing this to a fellow cop?
Best believe it's on me. You already wondering. Yeah, it's on me, in my pocket.
On June 24, 2022, Sergeant James noticed a car swerving between lanes and opted to pull over the driver. Shortly after, the sergeant approached the driver to address the situation.
How are you doing well in yourself?
I'm doing all right.
What's your hurry? You're very recklessly from the city all the way here, man. In and out of traffic, not using turn signal. Man, I watched you. It took me this long to catch up to you.
I'm sorry.
You were 70 plus.
I didn't think I was that bad.
I checked you at 65.
I'm sorry.
What's your hurry?
I gotta get my medication.
You gonna try to kill people over medication?
No, well, it helps with my anxiety.
If that car in front of you would have slammed on brakes, you would have caused a wreck right here.
The officer lectured the driver before returning to his car to write a ticket. However, as he handed over the ticket, Sheriff Henderson suddenly appeared and attempted to speak with the driver. This angered the sergeant, resulting in a significant altercation unfolding right in front of everyone.
All right, watch coming through town like that, man.
Oh, yeah,
Traffic's heavy, okay? All right, be careful.
Sir, got a question. Yes, what for? Come on. Inside the city or out here?
Just right here.
Okay.
Go pull the video at Valero.
Listen, don't let
You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you.
Yeah, I'll arrest you right now.
Do it, buddy.
And we're going to
do it.
Charges
do
against
it.
your income.
Do it, Ode.
Go for it.
Do it. There's cameras at Valero, and there's cameras at Napa that see you pulled out.
Shut your mouth.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
Talk to you, fuck. You a boy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Count 302, status check.
Info.
Motherfucker.
It's indeed disheartening to witness law enforcement officers behaving in such a manner towards each other. Following the incident, the High West Police Department issued an apology and asserted that the two agencies continue to collaborate harmoniously. Presently, no internal investigation has been initiated regarding the event, and both officers remain unrestricted. It's unfortunate to see officers allowing personal issues to influence their conduct. On December 31st, 2017, Hammond police officers detained a burglary and harassment suspect in the basement of a house. Soon after, Sergeant Michael Cirillo arrived and exacerbated the situation by taking matters into his own hands.
What's going on? All right. My family, you mother. Hey. Let go. Hey. Let go. Let go. You piece of man. You're gonna hurt my wife, bro. Let go. Bro. Let go. Bro, get up. Let go. Get up. You all right? But I am.
It later emerged that the suspect, Vincent Tyrone, had sent threatening text messages to Sill's family. Zone was taken to a nearby hospital while the officer was promptly detained. He was arrested and charged with third-degree assault. However, several months later, the charges against Sill were dropped, and he was demoted to the rank of officer. On June 20th, 2023, a Henry County police officer was conducting his routine patrol when he noticed a vehicle speeding at 96 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone. However, when the officer approached the car, he encountered an unexpected situation.
Really? Yeah.
The officer had pulled over Henry County Sheriff Chief Deputy Michael Yarbrough. The chief provided his license, and the officer returned to his police cruiser. Once there, he made an intriguing phone call to his friend, recounting the entire incident.
Hello? Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy driving a Dodge Charger, a souped-up Dodge Charger belongs to the sheriff's office. I just clocked this at 96 in a 35.
What was the issue? I mean, why is he speeding?
No reason. He's in an unmarked car. He just got a high horsepower car and decided he wanted to play.
It's your traffic stop. You do what you think you should do. I mean, I'm not telling you one way or the other. You do a 96 and a 35.
Okay. Well, you know I don't care for him, so I'm gonna ride his.
The officer did write him a speeding ticket and handed it to him. Remarkably, the chief owned up to his mistake and didn't attempt to escalate the situation or use his position to avoid accountability.
Sir, here's your ID back. This is your copy of the citation. If you would sign right here. It's got a court date, time it's a must appear.
Yes, sir.
Please slow down and have a safe day.
After receiving the ticket, Yarbrough was suspended for 40 hours without pay due to the severity of the traffic citation. In November 2022, Deputy W. Holio pulled over Kenneth Adams for a couple of traffic violations. Upon checking his ID, he discovered something that sparked a series of intriguing events.
How's it going?
Good. What did I do wrong?
Good. So the reason I stopped you is you didn't come to a complete stop at the stop sign?
I did.
And then you didn't have your turn signal on?
I sure did.
Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised you were pulling me over. But
Adam appeared confident as he vehemently denied what the officer had clearly witnessed him doing. Shortly after, Holio ran his ID.
Back up there. Have him step out. Well, no, he's placed on arrest for a warrant. But he has an active warrant.
Holio discovered that Kenneth Adams had a warrant out for his arrest related to a previous burglary crime. This is a serious matter, particularly given that Kenneth Adams is the son of a police commissioner.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle with me?
what are you doing? No, what's going on? Seriously, what's going on?
You have a warrant. I don't know how you have a warrant, but it's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of 7th District Court here in San Juan.
I've gone to, no, that's incorrect.
Okay,
I've gone
well, it's on our system right now.
Well, you
I'm not going to argue with you about it. You're going to go to jail tonight on that warrant, okay?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I don't. Excuse me, like, no.
Okay.
This is, dude. This is absurd.
Mr. Adams, you do have an active warrant for your arrest.
And
So-
who issued the warrant though?
The courts
The
have
court.
it issued.
For what though? Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant for me anywhere.
Adams claims that he had already attended court for all the charges he faced in the past, but this didn't carry much weight with the officer. Eventually, Adams agreed to exit the car and called his mother.
I'm calling my parents.
Okay, you can call him. I'm going to put you in touch real quick.
I'm getting arrested. Apparently they think that there's a warrant out for my arrest on and there's not. But I'm out by Eastland. I'm getting arrested. Eastland. And they're arresting me right now. The cops are, Mom. Who else would arrest me? I'm going to jail. Mom, they are handcuffing me right now. I've asked them for the warrant and they don't tell me anything about a search warrant. So nothing, not using anything, Mom. They're arresting me because they said there was a warrant for me.
Okay, I'm hanging the phone up.
No, I'm not kidding, Mom.
At first, his own mother didn't believe her son was really arrested, but after he kept telling her it was true, she decided to send his father.
My question is who? This is a joke. This is seriously the biggest joke I've ever heard of. When you turned on your lights, I knew there was some bullshit going on.
It was issued October 13th.
For what?
This year. It's when the warrant was issued.
For what?
It had some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to court for that. No, I've been to court for that.
All right, listen to this officer.
Look that way real quick so I can fix it down.
Well, if I've been to court, then why am I getting arrested?
I don't know. I don't know what all the court's purposes are for filing the warrant. All I know is there is a warrant, okay? So that's going to be up to you and the courts to be able to figure that out, right?
Yeah, I do.
So it has 2 burglary charges listed, a theft charge, mischief,
That's on my old case.
3 charges of burglary of a vehicle, and
Yeah.
criminal trespass.
Yeah, why is that floating up now?
Adams waited for his dad to come while he kept questioning the officers about his warrant. He was still confident that the charges had been resolved in court. Eventually, Adams' father, who's a San Juan County commissioner, showed up, but by then, his son had already been taken to jail.
What do you want me to do?
Well, we're letting you take the car so we don't have to impound it.
I don't want it impounded.
I know, that's why we're letting you take it.
Hey, where's Kenneth?
He's in jail. They took him.
You already took him to jail?
They took him to jail and I stayed here with the car.
Why?
For a warrant.
Who do I call to find out?
To find out the warrant?
You're a police officer. Tell me who I call to find out why he's in jail.
Hey, so I got Bruce Adams here. Braden took Kenneth to jail on a warrant. Can I show Bruce the warrant? What's the protocol there? Yeah, he's pretty mad.
Ultimately, the deputy's superior allows Bruce Adams to review his son's warrant to determine why he's still in jail.
That's the warrant. Okay, so it says warrant status active, offense burglary, burglary, theft, criminal mischief, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle, burglary
He's
of a
already
vehicle.
been to court over that.
Criminal trespass, normal 7th District
He's already
Court,
been to
Monticello.
court.
Bruce, we don't have anything to do with that. All we know is that the warrant issues a current. That the court issues a warrant. That's all we know.
Well, he's been to court and been charged. He has a plea in abeyance on all that.
I don't know, Bruce. I have no idea.
Who knows?
The courts. The courts are the only ones who know.
I can't get to the court until Monday.
Right.
Because of a son of a false arrest.
You saw the warrant right there. I showed you a warrant.
He's been charged with that, and he has a plea in abeyance on all of it.
We can see Bruce growing increasingly frustrated with the situation, as he asserts that his son has already dealt with this warrant in court. However, he doesn't realize that Deputy Holio is unable to address that aspect of the situation.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to turn him loose.
I can't turn him loose, Bruce.
Who can?
Nobody can. He's been arrested for a warrant. The courts can.
And the warrant's false.
Huh? The warrant's not false.
You want me to sue the county sheriff because he arrested my kid on a false warrant?
The warrant's right.
If this isn't a clear abuse of power, I don't know what is. A prominent member of the police force leverages his influence to try to coerce officers into releasing his son. Despite this, Bruce persists in calling the sheriff's office and pressuring them about his convicted felon son. Later, it was revealed that the warrant stemmed from incomplete documents submitted by Kenneth. Ultimately, Kenneth was released from jail shortly after his arrest and submitted the necessary documents to resolve the warrant. In June 2018, cattle farmer Doug Bailey's trailer carrying cattle had multiple flat tires and broke down. He called Lyon County Sheriff Larry Dean for help, who sent 2 deputies. Bailey also flagged down a Georgia State Patrol trooper for traffic control. Later, Sheriff Dean learned that the trooper wouldn't allow moving the cattle. Upset, the sheriff went to the scene and confronted the trooper directly.
The first one here, so this is my show.
Okay,
I'll call
but no, this is my county, and this is my damn, it may be your interstate, you can call your damn supervisor, you can take your back and watch TV far as I'm concerned.
Well, they're doing this the safest way.
Well, no, you the best that you know how. My men are just as capable of doing it as they do. There ain't no way no cattle can get out of here. Let me tell you something. You go to slow the damn, your job is to slow the traffic down.
The farmer later described how hot it was and how difficult it was for the cattle in that condition. Despite this, the sheriff remained angry and continued to vent his frustration at the trooper.
There ain't no difference in backing that trailer. There ain't no difference in bringing a damn wrecker out here and got to turn around. There's no way these cattle could have got back on this interstate. These men out here, these cattle laid out and died, somebody's going to be responsible for them.
I understand that. All right, all these lives from down there stay right here.
That's right. All these lives, they're not on you. They on me. They on me and this man right here.
If I say for them to unload them cows, somebody hits the cow.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I want to unload the cattle, I'll unload them on that damn trailer right now.
Hey, Sheriff, give me a first. Can I talk with you for a second?
That's all right. I'm telling you. They done got these damn cattle off the interstate.
The trooper remained calm and listened silently as the sheriff addressed him. Shortly after, the sheriff began discussing with his deputies, aiming to assist the farmer in removing his cattle.
The trailer's been broken down for about 2 hours. They wanted to unload all these cows right here on the shore of the interstate and try to load them in that trailer right there. Sheriff, I told them no. I said, we got a wrecker coming, we got somebody coming to jack it up, get your spare tires on. Sheriff called his sergeant, told his sergeant to come out here and tell him to unload. Sergeant came out here and told his deputies to unload them. I said, no. I said, I've already called my corporal, we ain't doing it. And now Sheriff's came up here and wanted to show out. He told me I could get out of his county and go watch TV. I'm number 1 right now. Yeah, absolutely. I'm proving I hit the button. Yeah, it's on.
Upon the sheriff's arrival at the scene, the state trooper began to distance himself and also contacted his supervisor to report the situation.
Yeah, Yeah, I need you out here. Sheriff Dean showed up, and he's showing out real bad, getting up in my face, pointing fingers in my face. And I'm trying my best to stay professional and calm right now. But he's telling me to get out of his county and go somewhere else.
That river hasn't got yet. We back that down.
Eventually, the situation settled, and Bailey managed to return his cattle to his farm. However, tragically, 5 of his cows died the next morning due to heat and stress, resulting in a loss of $3,000 for him. Sheriff Dean stated that he met with the state trooper and apologized for the entire incident and the language he used. On November 13, 2016, Deputy Zachary Harrison responded to several 911 complaints about a pickup truck being driven recklessly in Montmorency County, Michigan. The truck was being driven by Lieutenant Brian Philippak from the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office.
Can I see your license, registration, proof of insurance? Okay. You got your ID? Department ID? And your driver's license. The reason why I'm stopping you is we got multiple reckless driving calls about you. Okay? And then when I'm following you, you're hitting the shoulder of the road. You been drinking? How many? Okay, you been drinking on the way here? Do you have a firearm on you? Okay. Do you got your pistol? Are you a corrections officer or just deputy? Lieutenant? Okay. Alright, just attach it right back to you.
There's never going to be an easier DUI arrest. The guy literally admitted to the crime. Plus, he reached over to close the open container he had in the back seat. What a mess.
Brian, I'm going to have you step out of the car when I'll do a field sobriety test for you. Okay? I'm going to ask you to step out of the vehicle. What would you like me to do?
Just let me go.
I can't. I've got multiple 911 calls about a reckless driver, plate and all matches, almost hitting vehicles. I get behind you. You hit the shoulder of the road twice.
All right, just let me stay here.
You can't. I'm going to ask you nicely to step out of this vehicle. Brian, my hands are tied. If I let you go, I'm going to lose my career over you. I don't want to yank you out of this vehicle.
No, just let me go.
I can't. We're done with that. Step out of this vehicle right now.
Just let me go. Be a good guy.
I am being a good guy. Brian, out of this vehicle. I'm asking you nicely.
I can't tell if it's the alcohol or if he always acts like a kid. He might as well just give up and surrender.
You know, the next thing, I'm going to go hands-on with you. No, and you're going to go to jail for R&O. You want that?
No, I don't want that.
Out of this vehicle right now.
Do me a favor.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I'm not losing my career over to you.
And I'm not losing my career either, so.
I'm getting done with you.
What's your name again?
Deputy Morrison.
Morrison?
Zach Morrison.
Just let me.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
You think I want to do this? Arrest a fellow cop?
Yes, I think you do.
Why?
I don't know.
I know this career. I know what you go through every day.
No, just let me go over.
Why do you think I want to arrest a cop? We're not above the law. I don't want to fight you.
I'm not going to fight.
You're resisting already.
No, I'm not. I just want you to let me go.
I can't. Out of this vehicle now.
No, be
out of this vehicle now.
Don't touch me.
Brian, out of this vehicle now.
Don't touch me.
Let's step out.
No,
you know this.
Oh my God.
Man, don't make me crawl through here.
Get out of this vehicle.
Hey guys.
Step out to the back and talk.
He tried everything to get out of it, even pulling the professional courtesy card that cops sometimes use to avoid trouble. Not this time, though. This deputy cared more about doing his job right than Brian did about his own.
Taser right now if you don't get out.
Make it look okay.
Out! Right now! Go to the front of my car. You got your firearm on you.
No, I don't.
I'm patting you down. Turn around.
Okay.
Are you going to do sobriety test?
134 still with you?
It's affirmative.
Can I just pull off?
No. If you're not going to do field sobriety test, turn around, place your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
You are under arrest.
No, don't.
You are under arrest. Don't resist.
No.
You're under arrest.
No,
place your hands behind your back.
No.
Hey, you are placed under arrest for suspicion of operating while intoxicated.
And I already told you I would go by the side of the road and sleep it off. So.
Okay, we're done with that. Backseat of my car, please.
No.
You're already under arrest. Backseat
Dude.
of my patrol car.
Dude.
Brian.
I'm not going to fight you. Can we talk?
I've tried talking. You won't talk to me. You want to sit on the side of the road. You got him?
So, what do we got to talk about?
Well, not much talking about.
There was nothing left to talk about. Brian wanted to sleep it off on the side of the road, but the officers had a more suitable spot for him to nap, in the lockup.
What kind of deal do you want to make?
A cop to a cop? That's what the deal's about.
A cop to a cop? Why are you putting me in that situation?
Why are you putting me in that situation?
I didn't drink. Okay,
No, let's talk
step
about
back.
it. No, I'm not going to fight, but...
Have a seat.
No, let's talk about it.
Have a seat. Any other person's going to get an R&O charge. You know this.
I don't know.
Have a seat.
No. Hey, watch your head. I'm who you guys are. Do you guys realize that?
Yes.
Okay, then stop.
We're done. Stay right here.
No.
Yes.
Just let me.
Brian, don't.
Stop. Why are you doing this to a fellow cop?
Why are you doing this to a fellow cop?
In Washtenaw County in 2016, sheriff's lieutenants, like Brian, earned $79,000, while deputies made between $41,000 and $62,000, according to the county's salary report. Despite this, Brian seemingly chose alcohol over his responsibilities, as per the 88th District Court Office in Montmorency County. He pleaded guilty on January 27th to a reduced charge of operating while drunk, although he was initially charged with operating while intoxicated at a blood alcohol level of 0.17 or more. Ultimately, Brian was convicted of operating a vehicle while intoxicated and received a 1-year probation with a deferred jail sentence, a mere slap on the wrist, if you ask me. On September 7th, 2018, Officer Jonathan Schuler from the Maricopa Police Department was driving on the freeway when he collided with the concrete curve barrier wall. He was later located and contacted by the police.
Drinking, have you?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nope, been smoked. Really tired from this week. Finally got into that lab.
Okay.
Ate McDonald's and ate shit on the corner.
Did you have a collision with another vehicle at all?
Schuler downplayed the incident, describing it as a minor accident caused by being distracted while eating McDonald's and attending to something inside his car.
My McDonald's and my fries.
Okay.
Not paying attention, ate shit on the curb, tried to get off the roadway, and here I am.
Okay. Where'd you say your license was?
Yeah.
Who do you work for?
City of Maricopa.
Okay.
So I do have one off-duty weapon right here, just so you know.
Okay.
And then I have one in my truck as well, sir.
Okay.
Insurance.
Oh, okay. So what happened to your car?
Well, driving down the highway, trying to eat my Big Mac and my double cheeseburgers. Trying to punch in the address, and
wow.
Radio. I fucked up.
What'd you hit?
Curb. Like,
on the freeway, or?
Yeah, on gotta be the 202 or something.
Was the tire sparking or something?
I don't know.
That's what we were told. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I don't know. I hit it, and then I was just looking for an exit, found this one, and busted over here.
The officer made sure to inform the officers about his weapon, indicating that he was still somewhat alert despite colliding with the concrete wall.
So, we got called because somebody said you hit a car on the freeway.
Oh, shit. I thought I hit a curb.
Did you? Where were you at when you hit the curb?
I was on the 202, and then I just exited real quick. Trying to find
where are you headed right now? Chandler?
Yeah, Chandler.
Okay.
It wasn't another car he hit. It was the full vehicle.
One of like those raised. Okay. Because there's off-duty to Maricopa.
He was in Scottsdale for HT in school. I go, what was your role in it? He goes, not that. Okay, but you got out when they lunch steady. Yeah. And
At this point, the officers still harbored suspicions. Something didn't quite add up for them. Despite the officer's explanation, they still, for some reason, suspected a DUI.
Did I know prescription medications? Okay. All right. Would you mind stepping out of the car for me, please? Are you still looking for the insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if you can pull that up real quick. You all right? You're shaking, bud.
No, sure. I hate accidents. I've been in one accident.
There's nothing to drink tonight? No prescription medications? Okay. All right.
Here, Schuler openly informs the officers that he's not taking any medications whatsoever.
Nothing to drink?
Nothing to drink, man.
Your eyes are a little bloodshot watery, you're kind of shaking, and...
I'm shaking because I know how this goes down.
How what goes down?
Well, you're going to investigate me for DUI, most likely.
Well, I just want to make sure you're to be driving, you know what I mean? All right. Would you mind if I take a look at your eyes then? If you've had nothing to drink?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, perfect. All right. What I want you to do is stand with your feet together, arms straight down at your side. Are you wearing contacts?
No.
Any recent head injuries?
No.
Any eye problems? You ever been diagnosed with any eye problems?
No.
No? All right. What I'm going to do...
No nystagmus.
No nystagmus. That's kind of weird. You just came from that. All right. So you understand what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen, I'm going to move it forth, back in front of your face a couple times, follow with your eyes and your eyes only.
Due to the lingering suspicion surrounding Schuler, the officers must conduct a mandatory DUI test on him to ascertain the situation.
Remain in that position until I tell you to begin. Can you touch heel to toe? You need a minute?
I'm nervous as hell. Not gonna lie.
All right, go ahead and begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Screw it there. 6.
You don't need to be an expert to see that Schuler was extremely nervous by this point. The suspicion of a DUI was even more evident.
Hydrocodone.
You took hydrocodone?
Yeah.
When?
Today for my elbow surgery.
When was that?
4 hours ago.
4 hours ago?
Yeah, so it should be pretty well out of my system, I would think.
How much do you prescribe? Oh, I thought you said you took 10 pills. I'm like, good
no.
God, man.
We call it an ambo.
Yeah, holy crap. Okay, so you took...
It was only when the responding officer asked Schuler once more if he had taken any prescription drugs that Schuler finally told the truth on this occasion.
$6.99 on this channel. You start my way, please. All right, take a deep breath in, exhale like you're blowing up a balloon. All right. Yep. So, just writing it down before I forget it, that's all. So let me ask you this. Are you nervous more so because of the prescription medications you took?
No, I've taken them before. It was just I honestly got lost, and then I need my McDonald's to get home.
Schuler is still attempting to conceal the obvious, evident from his shaky overall body language. Despite this, he keeps making excuses for the incident on the road. The officers remain unconvinced and proceed with further tests, continuing their questioning.
What have you taken today? Prescription ibuprofen, prescription hydrocodone, acetaminophen, or whatever it is. Hydrocodone.
Anything else? How long ago did you take the hydrocodone?
Probably an hour before I went to HGN. I had HGN, I don't know if it's over that, but I went to HGN class in PCSO tonight.
The 000s was kind of what we expected. I think with everything else, that you may have either taken more than you were prescribed of the oxy, or you took it too soon to be driving safely in a vehicle. All right? So at this point, you are under arrest for DUI. All right? Okay. I need you to put your hands behind your back for me, please.
Okay. It's my left.
Is that going to cause you any discomfort?
No, you're good.
Okay.
The left one is with the sad.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
In the end, end, he's detained for a DUI despite registering a 0.00 on the breathalyzer test. This suggests that even though alcohol wasn't a factor, the combination of medication Schuler had taken had affected him.
Any other gear that you need? It's all your radio.
Yep, all of my SWAT gear and all of that actually is in my, so we're talking rifle mags, flashbangs.
You have flashbangs in your car?
Some gas, stuff like this. We've got to roll at any point. So there's going to be some
gas as well. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any, there's no gas, like, I'm not talking CS gas or anything like that.
Y'all carry flashbangs? You have like the little containers?
Box.
Oh, okay. That's,
Yeah,
I thought you meant like they were on your vest. I'm like, come on, dude.
Nope.
All right. Nothing else on you?
Even the police themselves are taken aback and concerned by what Schuler has in the trunk of his car. He's driving around with an arsenal while under the influence, making the situation dangerous for himself and everyone else.
I just saw him and I just thought, since it's pertinent to that, I'll let him, get on myself.
These are Zanny bars.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing, but there's two different pills.
Yeah, he's putting pills in here because that's a hell of a lot of Zannies.
The police purchased 2 bottles with identical labels, but found different pills inside each one. One bottle contained Xanax, revealing that Officer Schuler wasn't as law-abiding as initially believed.
So we know those are Zanny bars.
Yeah, these are Zanny bars. So he has a bunch of Zanny bars. And so you got felony right here.
Well, that's fun.
Lucky you, right? Lucky you.
I don't do
That looks like Xanax.
It is Xanax.
It is
It says Xanax on the backside of it.
We were just going to look it up. What's on the other side?
Got everything in there. Yeah, I'm thinking the majority of this we're going to get to.
In the end, this discovery by the officers left Schuler potentially facing felony-level charges. Consequently, they had to bring him back to the police department for questioning and further investigation.
The University of Northern Iowa.
Oh, okay. So, I got a question for you, bud. You said you took a oxycodone? Hydrocodone, I'm sorry.
Hydrocodone.
4 hours ago? Well, you told me that at the stop.
Yeah.
Were you at Pinal County in Florence when you took it?
Right afterwards.
So afterwards?
Yeah.
Where is that prescription bottle?
Right home. Tracking.
Tracking what? I'm curious. So, you took it while you were there, after the wet lab?
Yes.
What did you retrieve that pill from?
My pocket.
So you just had a loose Oxycontin in your pocket, or oxycodone. So you just had a loose one in your pocket?
Yes.
Did you take anything else?
No.
Well, you told us you took Ambien when you were eating the hamburgers.
Yeah, Ambien. You're right, yeah.
Where'd you get the Ambien from?
I got it prescribed.
Where'd you pull the pill from?
Oh, my pocket.
So you just have loose pills in your pocket?
Yes.
Why would you take a sleeping pill prior to driving a vehicle?
To tell you the truth, because I haven't slept very well.
You're not gonna offend us if you cuss. You're fine.
Okay.
Cornered, Schuler doesn't have many options left to talk his way out of this. He attempts to make excuses about his elbow surgery, which sounds plausible, but it doesn't seem to hold up under scrutiny.
I wanted to take it, get home, and crash, and not be up until 2 or 3 in the morning. So I thought I would take it. Oh, I shouldn't say I thought I would. I took it, grabbed some food, and was driving home.
So you were just trying to curb the time that it would take effect?
Yes.
You didn't think that was a bad idea, getting behind the wheel after taking that stuff?
I honestly, with my body weight stuff, no.
So that's fine. The problem is, in your car, we found the 2 anastrozole bottles, but why? Help me understand why you have X in a testosterone pill bottle. Why wouldn't you keep the X in the prescription bottle it came in?
And are you prescribed? For what?
For sleep, for anything from back home, Afghanistan.
Okay.
Is it prescribed through the VA?
No.
Can I see that?
Schuler is caught in the act, unable to remain calm, growing increasingly anxious and nervous as he realizes he's been taking Xanax without a valid prescription from Veteran Affairs.
Is that the pink Ambien pill you took?
Broken in half.
Is that what it was, though?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Adderall.
I think you knew that, though. Because when he said a prescription that started with A, it looked like you were starting to mouth the word Adderall, and then you stopped yourself.
I was not.
Okay, and that's fine. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and that's fine.
Are you prescribed Adderall?
No.
So where'd you get the Adderall? Because there's quite a few pills in there.
Right.
And it's in a pill bottle that's prescribed to you, but it's the prescription for that testosterone that you were talking about.
It appears Schuler was engaging in a complicated game of deception with the labels and contents of the pills. What's even more surprising is that he didn't have a prescription for Adderall.
Are you going to prescribe this in the Army?
Yes.
How long have you been out of the Army?
2015, 2014.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
How often do you take the Adderall?
Whenever I can't think.
Whenever you can't. How many pills were you initially prescribed? Because there's still a decent amount in here.
A lot.
Where's the original pill bottle?
Probably at home somewhere. Or destroyed, or...
Who, is it the same doctor that prescribed this anastrozole that prescribed this?
No.
Ultimately, the police discovered that Schuler wasn't the only DUI case that night. He had ingested a cocktail of pills, ranging from prescribed medication to over-the-counter drugs, by visiting and manipulating multiple doctors to obtain various prescriptions. This enabled him to embark on such a reckless late-night escapade. Eventually, he was confined to his house while the investigation proceeded. Before it concluded, he was arrested once more. This time, he drove into a yard, crashed into a tree, and then fled the scene. Schuler resigned from the Maricopa Police Department and later pleaded guilty to DUI drug charges for each arrest. In January 2017, First Amendment auditor Philip Turner, known for his YouTube channel, The Bantustan, encountered several Como County deputies making an arrest. Without hesitation, he grabbed his camera and began recording the incident.
What's that?
Can you go stand back over where you work for me, sir?
There's something wrong with being here?
Yes, sir, there is.
What's
I don't want you to be in direct line with that vehicle. I'd like for you to go back to where you were standing. You can continue filming all you'd like, but I don't want you right here.
Am I interfering?
Well, technically, now you're starting to pose into somebody else's private property with your videoing. Yes, sir.
As anticipated, police officers typically dislike being filmed. Shortly after, one of the deputies approached the auditor and requested him to cease filming. However, he didn't realize he was dealing with someone who had a better understanding of the law than the officers.
Hey, did they give you permission to film inside their truck?
I don't need permission out in public.
In public?
I don't need permission.
In somebody's vehicle?
I don't need permission out in public.
No, not to film us, you're correct. But to film inside somebody's vehicle, that's an extension of their house, and that is a private place. So you do need somebody's permission to film inside their vehicle.
But is that a crime?
If they decide it is, yes.
Who's they?
The two we got in the back of our cars. If they don't want you filming or you didn't get permission from them, you can't be filming inside their cars.
Well, you guys got the door open.
Look, all I'm asking you to do is go stand back over where you were.
Even if I was back there, I can still see inside the car.
Okay, so go stand back over there. It's simple as that. Because right now that I'm having to come over here and ask you to move again, now you're interfering with our investigation. Because instead of me being able to focus over here, I got to focus on you. So if you could just go stand over there, I can call a supervisor if you'd like to speak to a supervisor.
Yeah, go ahead and call a supervisor.
You can make any complaints you like, but all I'm asking you to do is go stand back over there where you were.
Just go ahead and call a supervisor.
Okay, do me a favor and go stand back over there for me, all right, buddy?
I don't see what's wrong being here.
Turner stood firm and refused to be intimidated by the deputy who was attempting to coerce him into stopping the recording.
Where you were. There was not an issue where you were standing. Now there's an issue where you're at.
Because I'm filming inside the truck, right?
Yes, sir. You can film us all you want. We don't care. We want you to do it from a safe distance. So if you could go back to where you were, that'd be greatly appreciated.
All right. If the issue is with me filming here inside the truck, I won't film inside the truck.
If you could go stand back where you were, please. Go contact your sergeant. There's not an issue with you filming us. There's an issue with you getting any closer to the scene.
I'm not getting any closer than here.
Okay. Do not move from here. All right. Any closer from here, we're gonna have any more issues. Okay.
I already told you I'm not moving from here, and that's it.
Thank you. I encourage you to film. Thank you.
Recognizing that the auditor was technically correct, the deputy backed off. However, it wasn't long before he returned, stating that a supervisor was on the way.
Sergeant's here. He said he'd be over here talking to you in just a little bit, okay?
What's up?
Our sergeant? Okay. He said he's going to be over here talking to you in just a little bit. He's here. He's actually...
All right. You got a business card or anything?
A business card?
Yeah.
Not on me. I can get you one out of my car in a little bit.
All right, cool.
You need my name, badge number? What do you need?
Yeah, that's what I was going to... That's what I was going to need, but I can't hear over the highway noise.
Okay, so... You need all of our badge numbers, or
just yours? And I guess if the supervisor needs to speak with me, I'll talk to him.
Oh, he doesn't need to speak to you. I thought you wanted to speak to him.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
I mean, if you don't need to speak to him, then I'll tell him not to waste his time.
No, he's already here, so I'm not gonna waste his time. He already over here, so I'll talk to him briefly.
Okay.
Okay.
And like I said, he'll be more than happy to give you anybody's name or badge number that's here.
Okay.
And if you need business cards or anything like that, you give us a little bit. We'll be able to get you some business cards too, if you'd like.
No, just yours. That's it.
Okay. I can get you one.
Okay.
All right. Hang tight for me.
However, the deputy had a change of heart as he returned and began demanding identification. Turner, well aware of his constitutional rights, steadfastly refused to comply.
Do you have your information? Your driver's license?
What's that?
Do you have your driver's license or name, date of birth?
For what?
Because now you're a witness to this crime that we're doing.
What crime is that?
The crime that we got these people in the back of these cars for.
I don't know what crime they committed.
You don't have to know.
Well, how do I know what they did, though? I don't know what they did.
Okay, they broke the law. They're in possession of narcotics. That's why they're in the back of our cars.
Okay, now you're telling me that. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have your name and date of birth?
No.
Or driver's license?
No.
So you're going to refuse to be listed as a witness since you sat here and videotaped the entire scene?
If you need a copy of the video, I can give you a copy of the video.
Well, yeah, but we're also going to need to identify you in our report that you were here videoing, so when we come to get a copy of that video, we can get that.
All right, let me talk to your supervisor.
Shortly after, another officer joined the deputy, appearing even more intimidating, and began threatening the auditor with arrest.
He said that he won't want to give us his name and date of birth until he talks to our supervisor. So.
And you're probably going to end up going to jail because right now you're witnessing a crime.
Well, I asked to talk to a supervisor. He's here, so why can't I speak with him?
Because you're refusing to give your information, you'll be going to jail for failure to identify as you're a witness to a crime.
So I need to give you my ID to speak to your supervisor? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Why do you need to speak to the supervisor?
Because I requested to speak to him.
That?
Because I requested to speak to him, and he's here.
Okay. So what's your point?
He's here. I need to speak with him.
You've got no part of the scene, right? But you want to speak to our supervisor.
You can speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be in handcuffs and it'll be at the jail. Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Realizing they lacked legal grounds for arrest, the officers resorted to fabricating excuses and even threatened the auditor with trespassing charges in an attempt to intimidate him.
Why don't you understand it? You put yourself in this situation right here. You see that? You're on private property.
Private
right now.
or public?
You're on private property right now.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Do you have permission to be here?
Did the owner trespass me?
Well, this guy...
He doesn't want you here.
This guy actually did come over and tell us he wanted you to leave.
That guy right there?
Yeah. So...
What's his name?
So what's your point?
What's the guy's name that don't want me here?
So do you want to identify yourself so we can list you as a witness to this crime, or...?
I'm just asking a simple question. The guy that you just talked to, he doesn't want me here.
Yes.
So is he trespassing?
Would you like for me to go ask him to tell you to leave himself?
Do you already have that notice?
Yes, he told us when he came over here and gave me his business.
Then why do you have to go ask him then?
If you would like for him to tell you himself.
He can tell me whatever he needs to do. If he needs to tell me to leave, I'll leave. Simple as that. He needs to give me a warning before he can trespass me.
Turner remained undeterred by the corrupt officers and continued filming while waiting for their supervisor to arrive. Shortly after, the supervisor did arrive and explained the entire incident.
If I go on your property and talk to him, or...
He can hang out here. He can hang out if he wants. You can hang out. He can hang out.
No, I was asking if we can go over there because of the road noise. I'm not able to hear you.
Well, we're leaving here in a minute anyway.
Okay.
So what's up?
All right. So before I leave here, I just have to get his badge number and his or his business card, whatever the case may be.
It's Deputy Camercelli. 315 is my badge number.
Okay. All right. So my only problem is I was just here. This is what I do. I film what public officials do on public property. I'm a journalist. I gather content for stories.
That's cool.
But this officer here was telling me that I had to move back over there. I couldn't stand over there. And I was asking him why. He told me that I wasn't allowed to film inside the vehicle here. But
I mean, that's their privacy too. We got to get their consent to go in, so it makes it any different for you.
Well, that's to go in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going in. I'm just observing. That's kind of like equivalent to this is his property, but I can't film it because it's on his property.
Okay.
You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and it's not against the law.
Okay.
So he needs to get educated on that because that's clearly not the case. Okay. Now, am I currently being detained here, or am I free to go?
You're free to go, man. I'm here. I came all the way from Canyon Lake to talk to you.
The supervisor, clearly more knowledgeable about the law than his deputy, had no issue with the auditor filming the police. However, like his deputies, the sergeant also turned on him and began demanding his ID.
You spoke to the sergeant, so I need to get your name and date of birth. So
I can give you a copy of the vehicle. I can give you a copy of the video.
I don't need a copy of the vehicle.
I can give you a business card.
I need your identifying information so I can list you in the report as a witness.
Yeah, you're a witness.
But right now, you're failing to ID as a witness to a crime.
What crime?
Hey, what's your first name, man? I know what. What's your first name, sir?
I'll give you my first name. It's Philip.
Philip.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Best case scenario, that female and that male says that we did something against the law. 8 cops against one person, right? So you know who I would want? I would want the guy who's not even involved in this to be my witness. That's how it works.
Like I said, this is what I do.
No, that's how it works. That's what we're trying to explain to you.
So they need me as a witness?
You're part of any type of information that anybody that comes. We're gonna have to ID him because he's in our cameras now.
Turner stayed composed and declined to provide his ID, aware that he wasn't legally obligated to do so. However, at that moment, the previous deputy made an absurd statement, further highlighting his lack of understanding as a law enforcement officer.
And they're gonna be like, well, who's this guy? Did he have anything to do with the scene? Well, why didn't you identify him? So that's what I'm trying to get at.
Where'd you come from?
That's not relevant.
It's not relevant?
No, it's not.
So you just...
How do we know you didn't get out of this vehicle? Go behind and you're with them and you walked over.
Did you just really ask me that?
Did I seriously just ask you that?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, it actually is a serious question. Why would you randomly walk up to this and then fail to identify yourself?
I already told your supervisor what I do. I'm a journalist.
I really don't care what you do. It doesn't matter. So, you have a question?
No, I'm just waiting on this business card and I'm out of here. That's it.
I gave you my name and badge number.
I asked for a business card. You said you were going to go get it.
We all don't have any, man.
Okay, what's your name and badge number?
My name is Cameron Shelley. My badge number is 315.
Okay, thank you. All right, now, like I said, I already...
It was truly perplexing why the deputies and the sergeant were making such a fuss about filming an incident from a safe distance. Especially vexing was the deputy who persisted in intimidating Turner despite his consistent ignoring.
Give me your name and date of birth or not?
I'm talking to your sergeant right now.
He's not talking to you. He's on the phone.
I'm not talking to you either. I'm talking to your sergeant.
It doesn't matter. Guess what? We both have the same job.
He's a higher rank than you.
One way or another.
He's a higher rank than you. That's who I speak. This is who I asked to speak with. He's here, so that's who I'm speaking with.
That's great.
Okay.
I made contact with you before he did.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure you're really versed in the law good enough in the fact that you're failing to ID. You will ID or you will not leave here.
I'm talking to your supervisor right now.
What'd you say your first name was again?
What?
What'd you say your first name was again? If you told him, I just forgot it. Because I would like to address you by first name.
You can address me by sir,
okay,
mister.
Just then, the sergeant pulled the auditor aside and attempted to calm him down. It was clear that even the sergeant was not entirely pleased with his deputies and did not fully agree with their actions.
Nothing wrong, but here's the deal. They got a point there. I mean, your worst case scenario is that your camera would be a part of evidence, but we're not going to go there because I have a camera. I have plenty of cameras going, so I don't need your camera. Now, if something were to happen to where, man, we get into a shooting or something or a fight and somebody gets hurt, then you know what? I'm taking your camera because that's the way. So you got to be careful with that in the future. Okay, when you're doing this,
because on that one, I'll tell you, there was a shooting on 6th Street that happened not too long ago, and I helped aided them catching the shooter.
And I have no problem with that. No. But that's what's called evidence. It's not that I want your camera because I want you to stop doing this. These guys are up to no good.
Technically, I didn't come up here. At the very beginning, I came here when they were sat on the curve right there, and they were being handcuffed. I didn't see anything come out the car. All I know is I saw a dog go around the car, and that was it. The next thing I know, I see them put things in brown bags, and that's it. I don't know what happened until that officer came over and told me they're being arrested for narcotics. I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, you can't, as a witness, you can't feed me that type of information. So then I wouldn't be a credible witness.
The sergeant grasped the situation and realized there was no justification for demanding the auditor's ID, as he hadn't witnessed any crime being committed. That's when the sergeant decided to let him go without insisting on seeing any ID.
Worst case scenario, if something were major, yeah, we would need as much as we could.
Okay.
I mean, so just be careful when you get into whatever you're doing. I know this isn't the first time; it's going to be the last time.
Oh no, I deal with this type of interaction all the time. This is not the type of interaction I would like to get myself involved.
You're the only reason these guys.
I know that they want to get my information, but I'm telling you I didn't see anything. And I'm not going to lie and say I saw something that I didn't see. That's just point blank and period. I told you what I saw. I saw them put a case in a brown bag and some clothes in a brown bag. That's it. I didn't see any narcotics.
So you said Seth? Philip?
First name is Philip.
Man, it's been one of those days, man. So yeah, what's a good contact info for you?
I got a business card in the car, and I can give you that.
Walk across when I pull up this side of the road.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
Man, be careful.
The deputies were nowhere to be found once their supervisor corrected them. However, Turner took action by going to the Comal County Sheriff's Office and filing a complaint against the deputies who attempted to intimidate him and violated his rights. While there's no update on the complaint, we can only hope that the officers faced disciplinary action. On November 13th, 2013, First Amendment Auditor Mr. Free visited the Northwest Mountain Regional Office in Washington to investigate allegations of rude federal employees. What he witnessed during his audit will make you doubt the professionalism of the staff. Shortly after, a security officer approached Mr. Free, questioning his presence and insisting that he couldn't be on federal property without an appointment.
No.
You're on federal property.
Okay.
What are you taking pictures of?
Is anybody
done, sir? Yeah, I'm making contact right now. Excuse me?
Why are you worried about that?
Because I do security. This is all federal property. You can't be on federal property unless you have an appointment.
Towards the generators and probably going to go and catch him on this side. How confident of that are you?
I'm pretty confident of that.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's having to shot it right now. Willing to make you a bet on that?
Why are you on federal property?
Why would I explain that to you?
Because you're not supposed to be on federal property unless you have a reason to be on federal property.
The officer asked for identification, but Mr. Free humorously stated he didn't have any. When told to leave federal property, Mr. Free politely refused. Following his refusal, he contacted FPS.
You have a proper identification.
Oh. So are you asking for my identification?
Yes, sir. Do you have any identification?
I don't.
That's fine.
My name's Gandalf.
That's fine. And where did you park at, sir?
What's that?
Where did you park at?
I actually skydived in.
Really?
Did a halo jump. It's a little chilly up at 40,000.
It is pretty cold up.
It is really cold up at 40,000.
Can I walk you off federal property? I'm not trying to be rude.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm going to politely decline that request.
I have to ask you to leave, otherwise
I totally understand you have to ask me. I'm sure that's probably in your policy manual or something.
It is.
I'm going to deny the request politely.
Mr. Free expressed confidence, betting that even if the authorities arrived, they would depart before he did.
I'm going to make a quick bet with you guys, though, that even if they do by some chance show up, that they'll leave before I do.
Oh, they would be here.
Yeah, I'm going to...
They're en route. Yeah,
I'm going to make a quick bet, though. They're going to leave before I do. Any takers?
I'm not a betting man.
Not a betting man?
No, I got too many kids to feed.
Oh, fair enough. Yep. Fair enough. I can appreciate that. Oh, hey, that was fast. That was fast. Is there a PRO on site, by the way? Is there a PRO on site?
Mr. Free was approached by another officer, and surprisingly, both of them appeared to be acquainted with each other.
Well. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you,
What
man?
are you doing up here all the way
I
from
knew
Portland?
it was going to be you. How are you, man?
Good. How about you, 1523?
Pretty good.
Or do you just prefer Michael?
It doesn't.
Officer Michael informed the security officer that Mr. Free should be allowed access. Federal agencies require a specific process to close property, and since this one hadn't been closed, the building was likely open to the public. This meant that Mr. Free was within his rights to enter.
I don't know which one you're with. I mean, like I said, like I told you before, I'm not going to stop you from
well, I know there's,
so.
honestly, I know I'm not going to get any problem with you, Michael, so I'm with Inland Auditing Media.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
good to see you, man.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm Gandalf, by the way.
Carlos.
Yep.
No, we haven't dealt. I'm a dog handler, so I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Fair enough. How's 1414 doing?
He's good. Yeah,
he's he's a bit of a rigid man.
Yeah, but he's all right. He's all right.
No, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Did I catch him on a bad day?
No, I think you were his first minute auditor, and I was letting him take it at first.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
He's good. You know, you know what? I think it helped.
His words raised a troubling question. Would this audit reveal good practices or uncover yet another concerning discovery?
I think things like this help police just to be involved in something like this and get to know exactly what we're supposed to do and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, and in the long stream effect, or the downstream effect rather, is that there are many things. I don't know if you guys have.
Sun's getting me in the eyes.
Oh sure, yeah, you bet. If you guys have seen the kind of journalism I practice, I mean, I get tips and leads all the time that actually do take me to places. One of the things I'm getting ready to do here is a FOIA, and I cannot tell you how many times now I've caught some sort of a bad practice, going on. And the good thing about catching those is, as we know, not all police officers, whether they're federal, state, county, city, they're not all bad. There's plenty of good police officers out there. The worst thing to you guys is a crappy police officer.
When he had to submit a FOIA request, he was promptly directed to the FAA website instead. This situation raised significant questions about the accessibility of authoritative property.
So I need to see if I can get a PRO, or I can go through, it's fine, but I just need to get a FOIA document if I could.
That's fine. Yeah, we just need to see if we can get him what he needs.
Just go on the FAA website. You're not coming in.
Why not?
Just go on the FAA website.
How come I'm not coming in?
Because who are you here to see?
I'm here to do a Freedom of Information Act.
Okay, who are you here to see them?
Whoever the PRO is.
Public relations
well,
officer.
See, here's the problem.
As they searched for the public relations officer, they found them absent. This raised questions about who held the key to accessing the necessary information.
We need to get him the information for the person that he needs to see. So let's look at who the public relations. So is there a public relations office here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but no.
But they're not here?
Correct.
All right.
There's only so like when someone comes in for an airplane license, you don't walk in. You make an appointment with FSDO.
Mm-hmm.
FSDO makes sure they're here, and they marry up and get their stuff out. So if he wants to see the PAO, he makes an appointment. They know that they make it agree on a time. They both show up at the same time. Otherwise, everyone works from home.
Hey,
they're only here one day.
I'll change it up.
We need to get the information. Who's the name of the PIO?
Who's the PIO? Yeah. So
That's
we
the way
need to
it's
get him
going.
the information.
Well, there's Bill Meyer. I'm the security guy.
I need to get the PIO's information. Name and contact information.
And also, I am going to come inside.
Mr. Free challenged the guard and insisted on being allowed inside the building. Tension heightened as it became increasingly uncertain whether he would be permitted to enter or denied access altogether.
I'm absolutely going through that.
Good for you.
So let's get that process on, okay?
No.
Why not? Are you denying me access to the building?
Yeah. Who are you here to see?
I'm not going to tell you that. Are you denying me access to the building?
So, see, it's appointment only. It's escort only.
Bart, I'm going to make this real clear to you. Are you going to deny me access or not?
What are you? Are you my dad?
Are you denying me access or not? You're the security
I'm not saying
person.
anything.
I'm
what
coming
I'm
into the
saying
building,
is,
or you're going to deny me. Which one are you doing?
You have to be escorted.
I'm
From
not
wherever
concerned
you
with
go
what the
past
rules
that-
are. What I'm concerned with is I'm going in my building. It's mine.
Yeah? Who's your escort?
I don't really care. You can find whoever you want. Find the janitor.
I'm not here to find an escort for you.
I'm not here to be told that I can't come into my building. So either you're going to deny me access to my building or you're going to let me inside. You need to figure it out, Far. Are you going to process me or not?
Let me get this straight. You're telling me what I need to do?
The absence of identification contributed to the uncertainty surrounding the outcome of the encounter. When the officer asked for his identification, he denied having any.
So are you going to prevent me from going in or not?
He needs to be processed in.
Perfect. Welcome to the FAA. Do you have a photo ID?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm not going to show you ID.
Perfect. Do you have any weapons or explosives?
No.
Mr. Free received assurances from a helpful staff member regarding access and information. The staff member provided him with a sticky notepad so he could provide all the necessary information.
But this person is going to be able to give you the information you need. She and like one of the executive managers here.
Oh, okay.
I've dealt with her. She's very nice, so she'll be able to point you in the right direction for FAA, who the PAO is.
That's awesome.
How to do a FOIA request.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and sign in for me.
Yeah, you bet.
If you have something to write her information down, I'll give it to you.
You know what I'll do?
Yes. Put it on a sticky note for you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
All right, it's 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was just looking for that. Is that my badge?
Yes,
Okay.
write the number down.
Oh, sure.
Mr. Free tries to bypass security, but the officer prevents any attempts to limit his movement within the lobby by gesturing towards him. Meanwhile, Officer Michael steps in to inform Officer Farr.
Over there?
No, you're not.
Why?
This is a lobby.
Yeah, he can go over there.
No, he can't.
It's not unrestricted area. Will.
It is. It is a restricted area.
It's not restricted.
What says that it's restricted for?
Show me a restricted sign. Show me an employees only sign.
Everywhere you go, you have to be escorted. Every visitor has to be escorted in this building.
In restricted space.
No, in all spaces.
Restricted spaces.
I'm telling you.
But it's not on you, Far. It's not on you.
I get it.
Yeah.
But the FAA says it is escort only.
Okay. In space. Tenant space.
I'll have the President Bowen here. He can't even go back.
Hey, Far, watch me. I'm going to walk over there.
You can go over there.
And you're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah,
Okay?
because you have these guys.
It's time for Farr to learn his lesson, and the officer ensured to handle the auditor, leaving the official embarrassed.
Far, think about what you're saying, dude. They're federal law enforcement officers that actually know what they're talking about. You need to stay in your lane.
You really do, Far.
You got it?
Point at me.
I will point at you. What are you going to do about it?
He can point all he wants, Far. Dude. If I need to talk to Jerry, I will. But you gotta cut it out at this point, man. I'm telling you, right now, on a contract standpoint, you gotta stop. You gotta go to the loading dock, whatever you need to do. You need to go on a patrol, but you can't be here. Okay.
All right.
Officer Michael instructs the officer to cease his actions and points him in a different direction. However, Mr. Free expresses gratitude to those behind him and drops hints about what's to come next.
Are you an employer? Okay. My name is Steve.
I'm William.
Nice to meet you, William.
How are you?
Well, I mean, it's getting better. I don't know what is up with that security contractor Farr, but
He's following his post orders.
He's what?
Following his post orders.
That's concerning.
You have a channel?
I do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know Michael, one of the FAA, or I'm sorry, FPS, one of the FPS officers back there. Not like we're friends, but I mean, I know him from...
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance. We are definitely acquaintances.
Okay.
Yeah. Met him down in Portland. Really nice guy. Really great officer.
Got a lot of training.
He does. Carlos just met him today. Really squared away guy.
Here, he encountered another employee named William, who voiced concerns about the behavior of security contractor Farr. Meanwhile, Michael and William discussed their familiarity with FPS officers. After his audit, Mr. Free uploaded the interaction to his YouTube channel. He didn't mention any intentions for legal action, but encouraged viewers to share their opinions with FPS about officers Michael and Carlos. Being a black man in America can be challenging due to the racial bias of some police officers. This unique case involves a man who was harassed repeatedly by the same police department, eventually leading to his arrest. It began on May 25, 2015, when 25-year-old Roylean Williams was sitting in his car at a hotel where he was staying, eating an oatmeal he had bought from McDonald's. Soon after, an officer from the Richmond Police Department came up to him.
None of my business. Eating some oatmeal. How you doing?
You got a room out here?
Yeah.
Which one?
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because you're on the lot, and I don't know if you have a room.
I got a room.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you which room you're in. Okay, you got your ID?
Mm-mm. What are you bothering me for?
Do you have your ID?
Yeah.
Okay, can you grab it, and I'll let you know everything? Okay, can you take it out and pass it to me?
No. If you're not bothered, if you don't have a reason, I'm not passing you my ID.
I do have a reason.
For what?
Once you get it, I'll let you know.
What?
Go ahead and grab your ID, and then we'll go from there.
Mr. Williams was clearly upset by this racial profiling since he hadn't done anything wrong. A few moments later, he decided to show the officer another card, hoping it would help calm the situation.
Let me show you one more card before you want to continue to f with me, alright?
I didn't curse at you. There's no reason to curse at me.
I ain't cursing. I'm angry. Let me show you one more card so you can go ahead on about your business.
I don't know what that card means. You can go ahead and pass me your ID.
There you go.
No, ask for your ID.
That's me.
You can pass me your ID when you pass me that.
I won't.
Mr. Williams, a licensed armed security officer in Virginia, showed the officer his DCJS card, indicating his affiliation with the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice. Despite this, the officer remained unyielding.
There y'all see me showing him my ID. That's all my information about me right there. Concealed weapons permit. Right there. Just came from McDonald's. Eating my food. Sit there, Richmond. He been knocking for about 10 minutes.
The officer kept knocking on his window for over 3 minutes, but despite this persistence, Mr. Williams stayed calm and made sure to stand firm on his rights.
Not this no life ass. He's just gonna stay right there knocking for the rest of his life.
What room you staying in, man? Mr. Williams, what room you staying in, man?
I'm not talking to y'all. If y'all want to...
You have to crack your window again like you did. What'd you say?
I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all have no reason to be talking to me right now.
So why did I come away and talk to you then?
Because you've been a police officer.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what y'all do.
You never met me before. You don't know what I do.
I don't care what you do.
You don't have to care. You just don't know.
Realizing that Mr. Williams wasn't going to budge, the officer went into the motel and asked the receptionist if he was a guest there. This unnecessary action showed a lack of understanding, especially since there had been no complaints or reason to call the police.
So now you want to talk? So now you want to talk? Good, yes or no?
I like my new phone.
You do, obviously.
Finally, the truth came out when the receptionist confirmed to the officer that Mr. Williams was indeed staying at the motel. The embarrassed officers had no choice but to leave the scene, effectively backing down.
Best believe it's on me. You already wondering. Yeah, it's on me. In my pocket. Countless of other ones. So what? Can't do nothing about it. Better get back in your car right off.
Why you want to talk now, but you don't want to talk earlier?
Because I love when I make y'all look stupid like this. This is what I do for a living.
Step back over there.
This is what I do for a living. Y'all going on Facebook later?
Okay. Back away from my car. Thank you.
All right, I back away from your car.
Appreciate it. You have a good one.
You too.
Next time you want to talk, maybe you can talk and not do your video thing.
All right, fruitcake.
The officer left the motel in his car without apologizing to Mr. Williams. Unfortunately, this incident was just the beginning of his troubles. In 2016, several Richmond police officers responded to a report of a person armed with a weapon. When they arrived at the scene, they approached Mr. Williams as he was about to enter an apartment complex.
Hey, stop! Hey! How you doing? How you doing?
I hope you know you've been recording.
I know we have body cameras here too.
Need you to step
Okay,
out.
what's the problem?
Go ahead and step out from
What's the
outside the
problem?
elevator. We need to talk to you real quick.
About what?
Step outside the elevator.
Just checking stuff. You've got handguns and assault rifles on you.
Come on, step out that thing.
Yeah.
You said what?
You've got handguns and assault rifles on you. We're checking.
This ain't assault rifle. These are everything.
That's an assault rifle.
That's not an assault rifle. It's a pistol.
That's a pistol?
Yeah.
All we want to do is verify what it is. Just go ahead and step
It's a
out.
pistol.
That's a pistol. Why don't you put your own camera at your thing and see? That's what
It's a pistol.
It's a pistol.
I'm telling
In
you,
the
it's a
age of active
You know who I am. Everybody, so we're not gonna do this. I will go viral on y'all ass over and over and over and over again.
Williams, a licensed security official, was legally carrying weapons. Furthermore, even if he weren't an officer, carrying weapons is legal in America. However, it seemed like the officers at the scene had momentarily forgotten these legal rights.
Age of active shooters and everything else, you're carrying an assault rifle around.
It's not an assault rifle.
Okay.
I'm telling you it's not.
Multiple people have called in.
It's not an assault rifle.
Listen to me.
It's not an assault rifle. I'm telling you.
Put it on your camera.
I will show the camera. The camera and everything. I'm telling you, I will go viral all over and over again on y'all.
Well, here's the
I don't give a. If y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do or y'all gonna let me go, I'm out. Goodbye. I'm going home.
You're gonna come out here and talk.
I'm not gonna talk to nobody. All y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. What the f*** I'm gonna talk to y'all?
Within moments, multiple officers had converged on the scene, surrounding Williams. Eventually, the officers went ahead and took a drastic action.
Take this phone here. Y'all see this, right?
What did he do?
Stay right there with me.
What did the fuck you do, nigga?
Record this whole thing. Record.
What is he in handcuffs for now?
Record this. Follow me the whole time. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Yeah, like to what cooperate my wife.
Back up.
I ain't do nothing. It's my brother. I'm going down the steps.
You're gonna wait for these officers to come through, and then
Okay, y'all got my brother.
you're gonna wait for these officers, and then you.
Okay.
He wants to listen with fancy. If you guys don't want to listen with
I know you're not.
Y'all doing too much. For what reason?
The officers aggressively arrested Williams and forced him out of the complex. Shortly thereafter, he found himself surrounded by cops who continuously questioned him about the weapon he was carrying.
Talk to y'all for what? You know how to talk to y'all. You don't have to
Just sit back and record. This is what I do.
Yes, what's up?
Am I being arrested?
You're being detained.
For what? Get that camera on there. Why am I being detained?
Because we're investigating something. You with your weapons out. When we get a call, somebody with a weapon, we got to come check it out. We got to make sure your weapon is legal, you're legal, and everything with it.
Every time? So every time I get in public,
if you're
I'm
walking
gonna
around with a
stopped like
shotgun.
I didn't walk around with anything.
It seemed like the officers were unaware of the laws and were just acting impulsively. Williams was illegally detained while they inspected his weapon. As it turned out, all the weapons were legally registered to him, which left the officers with no choice but to release him.
I want you to watch this.
Okay.
I got something for you.
Okay.
I'm free after these handcuffs.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
I have to stay back. Just record. Just make sure you zoom in.
Just come holler at the people.
Get on top of the roof, zoom in.
Mr. Williams was released after 2 hours. Throughout the entire ordeal, he had a weapon on him, but none of the officers searched him. The way the officers were treating Williams was becoming increasingly troubling, yet unfortunately, this was just the start of his problems. A few days later, as Mr. Williams was making a U-turn on the road, he inadvertently came into contact with a police officer. Surprisingly, this minor incident was enough for the officer to pull him over for a traffic stop.
What's the reason you pull him?
You got a third brake light out?
Oh, for real? How you knew that one when you bust the U-turn?
Huh?
How you knew that when you bust the U-turn and got my...
over there.
When? For real? Why you ain't been pulling me? I'm recording you, by the way. No,
Registration?
I would give it to you, but I would give it to you, but it's locked up in the glove department, and that key to that is at home.
It is?
Yeah.
Is it your car?
Yeah, you can run the tags and everything.
Okay.
All right.
Where are you going, sir?
The officer initially claimed that he stopped Williams because his vehicle lacked a third brake light. However, this reason quickly shifted when the officer noticed the weapons inside Williams's vehicle.
Where are you going?
I wouldn't like to share that information.
Okay. That BB gun in the back seat, where's that for?
Just a BB gun.
Open the door for me?
Why y'all trying to open my door?
Because there's a gun right by your leg. Get out of the car, please.
Why?
Because there's a gun by your leg.
It's supposed to be right there.
Okay. I need you to step out of the car, please.
Why? I gave you my ID and everything.
Okay. Well, you need to step out of the car, sir.
Why? I'm supposed to have a gun.
Huh?
I'm supposed to have a gun.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, how come you didn't tell me about it when I walked up to the car?
You didn't ask me.
Oh, it's my job to ask you.
Despite William informing the officers that he was legally permitted to carry a weapon, one of the officers proceeded to take an alarming action.
That's illegal, sir. Sir, that's illegal.
Sir,
I'm asking you to step out of the car.
I'm not under arrest. You run my tags and everything. You can see everything good with me. That's illegal what you're doing, sir. We ain't gonna do no type of communication after this is over with. We probably ain't even gonna never see me again.
You never know.
And you got the same last name as me, so you probably be some
never
kin.
know.
You probably be some kin.
Might see you at the family reunion.
Hey.
But you never know, right?
The corrupt officer attempted to open the passenger's door without any justification. Williams hadn't committed any crime and should have been allowed to leave with just a simple ticket. However, the officers were intent on creating an issue and continued to prolong the traffic stop.
Sir, back up off my car. You're a little too close to me, sir. 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 Can you back up a little bit? I'm nervous, sir. Could you back up a little bit? You got the whole task force on me.
If that wasn't enough, the officers called a K-9 unit to inspect Williams' car for narcotics. This was escalating beyond reason, and it was clear that the officers were harassing him.
Oh, now they got the dogs.
Come on. Look at the doggy.
Look at the doggy. That's illegal also. Can't do that. Can't bring a dog out. What's wrong with these people? Look. Yeah, I don't consent to that. I'm allergic to dogs. I don't consent to that, man.
That's not a word.
I'm allergic to dogs. I don't consent to that. always get treated like a criminal. I said consent, not content.
Fortunately, the dog didn't detect anything, and the officers couldn't justify pulling Williams out of his vehicle. Nonetheless, they proceeded to issue him a court summons for the brake light.
Consent. Bring the puppy back over here. No? The dog ain't smell it.
He's gonna issue a summons for the defective equipment. That's gonna be it. Be out of here. Alright?
A summons for that?
Defective equipment. You gotta have
You
all
said,
three working. Huh?
you said how many brake lights up?
If you got three, you gotta have three working.
I got.
Not the one in the middle.
Oh, it's off completely? Really?
Step on it. Step on it.
Williams was only missing one of his third brake lights, and sadly, he was subjected to over 2 hours of harassment just because of this. None of the officers at the scene showed any remorse for the ordeal inflicted on him.
Issue the summons.
A bug.
Sign it.
I'm not gonna sign it, but okay.
Well, look. As well.
A bug. You ready to write me a summons for a bug? You didn't say all of them was out. You said a bug.
Listen. He's gonna issue the summons for that. Okay? Alright? There you go.
You want to go to court for all that? You gonna waste the taxpayers' money?
To you, okay, sir? Here's your information back. Make sure that everything you gave me is here. Is it all there? Sir?
As of now, it seems that Mr. Williams has become a clear target for the Richmond Police Department. Another troubling incident unfolded in July 2015 when Mr. Williams was driving down the road. A police cruiser trailed behind him, following him for several blocks before eventually pulling him over. The rationale for this stop seemed dubious.
There we go.
You ready for me to start?
Huh?
You know what the speed limit is?
Where?
Where you just came from?
Broad Rock?
No. You know what street you on?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? How about Orcutt?
That was a long minute back there. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
It ain't no time limit.
I'm saying, why you ain't been pulling me?
Excuse me?
Why you ain't been pulling me? That was a
I
long
ain't been
time.
for you because I was running your tag.
Oh.
To see who I'm dealing with.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
You know who you dealing with?
So do you know what the speed limit is?
Huh? Back there?
Yeah.
What you clocked me at?
That's not the question I asked you.
Did I know what the speed limit was? Yeah.
Instead of informing Mr. Williams of his offense, the officer continued to question him about the speed limit.
I was doing about 35.
No, you were doing 45.
Oh, no, I definitely wasn't doing 45.
That's what took me so long because I paid you the whole time you were going.
Nah, somebody speeding like that, you pull them immediately and ask them what they think.
You do?
Going like.
You know me?
No, I'm just saying. Period.
I'm asking you a question. Do you know me?
No, I'm just saying. Officer. Period.
I'm asking you a question. Do you know me?
No, I don't.
Then you can't say what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because you don't know.
Sound like you're getting a little rowdy.
Are you law enforcement?
Am I?
I'm asking.
Something like it.
Huh?
Something like it.
Excuse me?
I said something like it.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in that
So
field.
you got some creds?
I'm in that field.
Huh?
I said I'm in that field.
You in that field? Oh, you got some creds? You got some creds for that weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to on it.
Huh?
I got to.
The officer became increasingly confrontational with Williams and soon shifted the focus from the speeding ticket to the weapons displayed inside his car.
Say you ran my tags, that let you know everything.
Okay, so let me see it.
What you need to see?
Your permit.
My permit for what?
The weapon.
It's not concealed. What you need my permit?
You had one.
No, I'm just saying what you need that for if it's not concealed to show him.
You said you have a permit. Do you have a permit? Yes or no?
A permit for what?
To carry that weapon.
You don't need a permit to carry a weapon.
Sorry?
You don't need a permit to carry a weapon.
You need a permit to carry it concealed.
It's not.
That's what I saw when I was.
I'm saying you. I'm saying that weapon right there is not concealed.
Do you have a permit? Yes or no?
That's irrelevant.
It is relevant. You the one that telling me what I saw on my screen.
But it's not concealed though. The weapon is showing, so I had no need to show you my concealed weapon permit.
Mr. Williams was absolutely correct. However, it seemed like the officer had no understanding of the law. After being educated about the law, he became even more aggressive.
I say you sounded like you saying. Oh yeah, I said it sounded like you seem a little more angry than a police thought.
I don't care if you report me.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's start this process.
What bothers me is you think you know what you're talking about and you don't.
What-
You're telling me what
I'm saying if somebody
I do,
doing,
you
if
don't
somebody,
know.
I'm saying if somebody's speeding excessively like that over the speed limit, then you want to hurry up and pull him and see what's wrong with the guy. You don't want to follow him 5-10 blocks down the street, run his tags, find out about the person, and then know about the person, then come and question about this. You doing wrong police
So
work.
what you're telling me is
Your police work is not correct.
Since you're assuming, let me give you an assumption. This car could have been involved in a robbery. If I run the plate before I pull up on the car, I know that before I approach it.
Oh, okay. All right.
But that goes your logic compared to mine.
Yeah.
Because I do this job every day.
You think
and
like
you
that.
don't.
Yeah, that's how you think.
I do this job because I do this job every day and you don't.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Once again, it was evident that the officer had singled out Mr. Williams. He then proceeded to issue him a court summons for speeding before letting him go.
Thank you.
I issued you a summons for speed.
Really?
Court date's the 10th of September at 11:30. The courthouse at 920 Hall Street.
Surprisingly, the ordeal didn't end there. Williams was once again stopped by a Richmond police officer just outside his home. While parked there, a couple of officers approached him and began harassing him about his weapon.
Any weapons in the vehicle?
What you want to see, sir? What reason is you even talking to me? I don't have to answer none of your questions. No, my sister live here. I just told you I can call my sister right now and have her come outside. We just pulled up. I was ready to go in her house. He was waiting on me. I was on the phone.
Okay.
I'm not doing
with this officer, okay? I'll be right back. Hey man, you got your ID on?
Hey, you don't gotta show him nothing, to give him none of that. And get back at me. I got my camera recording you.
Okay.
So go ahead and do what you gotta do. I don't have to answer none of your questions. I know all my rights. I know everything. So do what you gotta do. The camera is on you. We're recording you. So go ahead and do what you gotta do.
I got you. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna secure your weapon just for my safety.
No, you're not. You don't even. I'm supposed to be getting out, going to my sister's house right now. I just pulled up and was on the phone. Didn't want to get out because it was cold and I was talking on the phone. So you're not going to stop me in what I'm doing for no reason, just because you already went to the store and asked the people about me. I saw you following me the other day for no reason.
Williams attempted to reason with the officer to avoid being arrested, but the ignorant officer proceeded to take foolish action.
Can you get off me, sir? My fucking arm is in.
I got it in my pocket.
Ah! Can you get me?
What he do?
I got this.
Man, what the he doing? Why are
Back
y'all?
up.
Ah!
Police brutality.
Ah!
Man, what
Hey,
you
call the
doing?
ambulance.
Call
the ambulance. Call the ambulance.
Why y'all on him?
Call the ambulance.
Back up.
Hold up.
Call the ambulance.
Get back, cuz.
Call the
Why
ambulance.
y'all on him? He got a license and everything.
No, one.
What he
Tiara.
do?
Give him everything he sees. Tiara, back up. Back up. You live out here. I told him you live out here, everything. Back up.
Come on.
I ain't doing nothing.
Come on, cuz.
Back up, Tiara.
I ain't going nowhere.
I got all this on record. Just back up.
It's fine. You can record all you want.
Okay, but that's what I know.
The officers proceeded to arrest Williams, and as they confiscated his weapon and checked its registration, once again it was confirmed to be registered to Williams, leaving them no choice but to release him. Williams was weary of this recurring police harassment, but the worst was yet to come. On November 19, 2016, Sergeant Jonathan Nathanson pulled him over. He confiscated Williams' weapon and ran a check on it, revealing it was reported stolen. Despite Williams' assertion that he had purchased it online from a potentially stolen source, the sergeant disregarded his claims and proceeded to arrest him. Ultimately, the case went to trial, and the jury found him guilty of receiving a stolen weapon and possession of an illegal substance. He was sentenced to 1 year in prison and fined. After serving his sentence, Roylene Williams decided to file a lawsuit against the Commonwealth of Virginia, believing that the Richmond Police Department had been consistently targeting him for any reason to silence him. Currently, there is also a GoFundMe campaign started for Mr. Williams, where you can donate any amount to support his legal battle against the corrupt and racist system. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.